autism really is becoming to be known as a set of conditions which pervades a vast number of organ systems, and we are just beginning to understand that. Children who have special needs are able to most fully develop, I believe, the kind of social skills and emotional reciprocity that is only going to be most completely matured in a setting where typical human interaction is present.
So my boys have special needs, and having an inclusive school provides them an opportunity to be in a regular education setting.
My parents felt like they wanted to do something better, and they could do something better.
But the parents that had some special needs children paired up with parents that didn't, and we started a small program, and that grew from there. We started with 5 students, and then we grew from there. We've been going for about 12 years.
The Hope School is an inclusive school for children who are on the autistic spectrum or children who have a learning delay or a learning disability. We teach them in classrooms with what we call neurotypical children or typical kids because we believe that everybody does better when they're in a group with their peers.
The Hope School is a unique school because we practice full inclusion here, which means that children from special needs to not special needs all go to school in the same classroom.
I think it also offers children an excellent education, both in terms of character-based curriculum as well as innovative technology to assist those who have developmental challenges, the ability to succeed.
I personally like the school a lot because they integrate typical kids with special needs kids. It's almost like a family.
So about 60% are typically developing and 40% have special needs. So we actually provide the accommodations. We have speech, language therapy, we have occupational therapy, we have physical therapy on site. We also provide a lot of sensory diets for the students and accommodations like ball chairs or whatever the students need for accommodations so they're able to work alongside their peers in a regular education setting.
Both of my children have gone to Hope Technology School. As I look at her, and of course my son as well, are being taught that to make it very short and plain, life is not about them.
It's different than mainstreaming in that the children actually go to school the whole day in the classroom who have special needs.
And the EQ, the emotional quotient advantages conferred by that kind of education and experience is going to outstrip anything that a typical school is going to offer. The Hope Technology School offers a number of different advantages over other environments in which autistic children are placed.
Well, inclusion isn't widely accepted in a lot of classrooms. Actually, I think we're unique in the Bay Area. We're one of the only inclusion schools that I know of that practices full inclusion the way we do. Without the funding and the proper resources, some parents feel there's no other option for their child but to be in a separate classroom.
I was recently at another school which basically hides their children in another part of the building, and most children on the campus most students on the campus have no idea that there are even special needs students there. It was very disheartening to see that.
There's a lot of discrimination towards special needs kids, and they get made fun of a lot.
And I think that most of these people have as great, if not a greater capacity to be sensitive, to communicate, to render a level of understanding about life that most people who do not, quote unquote, have special needs often do not fathom or contemplate.
Separating them is almost kind of like racism. It's separating someone who has something different about them.
The fact that kids need to feel safe to learn, Kids need to be able to trust the people that they're around to learn, and that's one of the things that we work very hard to develop here at the school.
Benefits are that both children or students are able to learn from each other in a positive way. I mean, students that are typically developing often learn character qualities like compassion, empathy. They learn to work, they learn tolerance, they learn to work with differences. I think in a society where there's a lot of bullying and a lot of non-tolerance, I think having full inclusion really teaches students from a young age how to develop a tolerance and not just tolerance, but compassion for people with differences.
Inclusion allows children to work together with children whose abilities are stronger than theirs, sometimes weaker than theirs. Not everybody's equally strong in every subject. It means that they are exposed to a wide variety of people.
There is an irreplaceable value that putting children together who must and need to interact is going to offer, rather than an artificially created environment.
And I think we need to reevaluate what we do with education, and I think we need to reevaluate what we do with the kids.
I think it's important that we believe that students that have special needs can be included, that it's not impossible, that they can be a part of the community.
I think the overwhelming majority of people, whether they realize it or not, hold grave misconceptions about individuals with special needs, both children and adults. I believe that most individuals with special needs inside are exactly the same as those of us who are watching this video.
I love it when kids who are afraid or who are burnt out or who have never experienced success and don't expect to experience success can come, find themselves, and develop a voice, develop a learning, and a love for growing that they never had before.
Just don't treat them like kids with special needs. Don't treat them any different than yourself or any of your other friends, because on the inside they're just the same as us.